Hello, this is Dr. Patrick Price, and I'm here today to talk to you about your liver and gallbladder flush. So let's make this really simple, guys. There's many ways to do this, but this I find is probably the simplest way to do it for most of our patients. And you'll find that on our own site, website, well, actually this site, Key Essentials, keyessentials.com, you'll find our liver and gallbladder flush kit right there online, complete with instructions, so you know exactly what to do. But I'm going to go over this with you step by step so you guys have it down. So one way to begin any kind of cleanse, and really anybody out there watching this video, if you're doing a cleanse at any sort, you should always start by cleansing your colon. The very first thing is from this end to the other is to get things moving. Because Oxy-Detox is our oxygen-based cleanser, which is basically going to help oxygenate your intestines, which means all the bad bugs are anaerobic, which means they don't have oxygen. So as soon as you introduce oxygen-based products like ours, which by the way are very few on the planet that actually work the way they're supposed to. This one we know does release the oxygen like it is supposed to. So the idea here is you have this thing called biofilm in your gut, and biofilm is anaerobic. It's like the home of yeast and mold in your gut. And so anybody watching this video that's had problems with yeast and mold, and those of you here in Texas, we have the mold state, right? So always begin with your colon cleanser to oxygenate your intestines. No matter what you have, you're constipated, your diarrhea, whatever kind of problems that are existing, just first do your cleanses, guys. Colonic irrigations are great too, but don't forget to introduce oxygen to there before you go. So let's start right there. Number one, cleanse. Here we are. Number two, have two wonderful products here, two herbal products. You have KD Lithic, a wee botanical. This product is wonderful. This is a stone crusher type product, and many countries have, South America, North America, have their own stone breaking herbs. This particular one is ours to help soften those stones up before they come out. Now your gallbladder will have that artillery waste in it, and so they calcify and form gallbladder stones. To prevent a surgery, guys, believe me, we have saved many gallbladders around here just by teaching you how to cleanse your gallbladder. So first of all is to take a stone breaking type of product, stone herbs for the herbs. So this herbal product is called Colaplex. This one here, now these two guys work wonderful together, guys, wonderfully together. The Colaplex is for thinning the bile. So both these herbal remedies are preparing your body for the cleanse. First the Oxy, then the two herbals. So about a tablespoon a day, you're going to do this for 4 days. 4 days, a tablespoon, maybe a little more every day. At the end of the fourth day, if there's any left, drink the rest. Working together. This is preparing now, thinning the bile. Bile gets kind of thick in your gallbladder, and you have that little duct between the gallbladder and the liver called the bile duct. And sometimes your bile gets like goo. It gets very thick. So we're going to help thin the bile. And by the way, those of you who don't know, every time when you're eating, especially eating a fatty meal, this is when the bile is produced or released, let's say, on your food, it's to help break down the fats, right? And even dairy products, fats in your body. So when you release the bile, your small intestines reabsorbs this bile up to 9 times. So the bile can become very toxic. So you have toxic bile. So the idea is to release the rest of the bile out of the gallbladder and help flush the stones. So guys, once you do your 4 days, eat normally, eat a lighter meal, less dense meals during the week. On the 4th day, you finish your product and you stop. That evening of your 4th day, let's say it's Friday night, you're going to take your liver product. It used to be called Liver Trex by Global Healing. Now it's Liver Health. You're going to take half the bottle. You're going to drink this down at bedtime. Just take the whole bottle. It tastes wonderful. It's easy to get down. And just drink half, save the other half for later. That is the easiest part. The next day when you wake up at 8 a.m. until 5 o'clock, you're going to fast. Those of you doing the intermittent fasting, now you have the idea of how that works. So to fast, we suggest that you do the Himalayan salt water, a little bit of salt in your water, so that way you've got the micro minerals in your system, and you fast from 8 to 5 o'clock. All right? So got it down? Fasting. Can't beat that. When you get to 5 o'clock, we're going to do the 5, 7, and 9. 5, 7, 9. So 5 o'clock, we have the disodium phosphate. Now, originally the formula is for taking salt twice, which is the Epsom salt. You're going to do that twice. But when people start out, we find it's much easier if they just take the pills. So disodium phosphate, you're going to take 10 of these pills at 5 o'clock. Now this may put you in the bathroom. It may give you a little loose bowels. It may not. But at 5 o'clock, take the 10, done. Nothing else should be done. At 7 o'clock, you're going to take Epsom salt. Epsom salt with no kind of essential oils, just plain old CVS, Walgreens, somewhere, just plain Epsom salt. You take a tablespoon of Epsom salt, put in about a quarter cup to half a cup of water, warm water. I use like a rounded tablespoon. I want a little more Epsom salt. And so Epsom salt has lots of magnesium in it. So drink that on down. Now my secret is when you drink that salt water, it's going to you're going to have this kind of face, right? So when you drink that salt, have a wedge of orange, a wedge of lemon sitting on the side. This is my little secret. And I'll take that orange, suck on that wedge, and guess what? Salt flavor gone, just like that. It's magical. So that is your 7 o'clock procedure. So 5 o'clock, you took your pills. 7 o'clock, you drink that salt water, Epsom salt, that good magnesium inside the Epsom salt. And here comes your greatest achievement of the day. 3/4 of a cup. I'm going to use my Oxy bottle. 3/4 of a cup, you're going to take of olive oil, fresh pressed, extra virgin olive oil. 3/4 of a cup, get it chilled in the fridge. When you put that 3/4 in a cup, you're going to add a quarter more to that cup, which makes it a full cup. And you're going to add your favorite orange, lemon, or grapefruit. Originally, this is done with lemon juice. Get it chilled, actually do fresh squeeze yourself at home, and fill up that full cup. So when you have a little extra juice, you may need that later. So now you have this oil and juice sitting in front of you. Here you go. Take a breath. Now some people use a big old smoothie straw and they put it down in there and they're going to drink down that oil with the straw. Some may like to stir and just drink it down. You need to experiment and find what works for you. Now me, I used to always suck it down with the straw because you have the juice that settles in the bottom. You're going to taste the juice and that helps hide the taste of the olive oil. But just stir it around, guys, and just do what? Gulp and get that olive oil on down, right? Now add a little juice more to it if you need, but if you get to the very bottom of the oil and you got a little bit left, and you're like, man, if I drink one more swallow, I'm gonna get nauseated here. Don't do it. Just put it to the side. But what's best, guys, is try to get down all of it. As soon as you get that down, put it to the side. Don't clean up. Go lay down on the couch on the bed and lie on your right side. Pull your knees up to your chest. Let that olive oil go all through your body. Olive oil is the one oil that will not only clean up debris in your body, it'll grab on the toxins and help pull it out of the liver. But one thing it's going to really do is going to create oxygen in the body. Olive oil is the one oil that will create oxygen in the body. So once you've done this, you lay down for 30 minutes and you can get up and move around. You can pat yourself on the back. Good job. You've done the hardest part. You've done the hardest thing, actually, guys, that I would probably ask you to do in my office to help fix yourself, help get yourself back in balance. And these Epsom salt and olive oil cleanses are the only way to really cleanse your lymphatic system because, I won't say cleanse, let's just say open it. That's a better word to put for you. But think of it like your lymphatic system, all these glands and stuff, have all this trash floating around in your vascular system, but your lymphatic system has gotten backed up because your liver and gallbladder is not functioning properly. Now we do have urine tests to verify this. If you want to look on our website, you'll see the Enviro test. If you want to find out how clogged up your body is, if your liver is functioning, because you'll see glutathione levels plummet, which is produced by the liver, is get those tests if you want them. If not, just go along with it. Do your Oxy, do the flush, get that liver down, flushed down by the olive oil and Epsom salt. So that night, when you finish the oil, you may have some nausea. You may not feel good that night, which is normal because those toxins are being pushed out of the liver, gallbladder system and circulating in your body. What I suggest is have some peppermint tea, essential oils, put them on the back of your tongue of peppermint. Have some ginger tea, something to help with the nausea, and have some of that ready to go. So when you wake up in the morning, after doing this olive oil, the very next thing that you do, you take your Oxy, your best friend. Guys, every shelf in America should have this, or internationally, you should all have you should travel with this stuff. You get any kind of colon problems, food poisoning, purge your system with this stuff. The next morning, get up and take 6 to 8 Oxy. This will continue the flush. So let's say that Saturday night you did the oil, now this is Sunday morning. So continue the flush with your Oxy and just be lethargic around the house because you're detoxing, guys. You're not going to feel good. You're going to be slow. Your brain's not going to feel like it wants to work well. Just read a book, watch a movie, do whatever you can and just relax around the house. And you've done the greatest thing you could ever do for your body is flush out that liver and gallbladder. Oh, but Dr. Price, I don't have a gallbladder. Well, you didn't know me years ago because you'd still have one if you knew me. I'd save your gallbladder. But those of you guys who do not have a gallbladder, think about it. Your liver is working twice as hard, if not 3 times as hard, because the gallbladder has the bile which helps break down fats. So that's why when you eat, you have indigestion all the time now because you don't have a gallbladder. Now your liver still helping produce the bile, but the gallbladder is the reserve. It's like the sac for excess fat. So you need to take bile salts when you eat proteins, or especially fats, to help digest your food better. So remember, the next day, take your Oxy, lay around the house, drink some more peppermint tea, some ginger tea, whatever it is, and relax because you are now finished. The last part of this procedure is going to be taking a rest. Remember, you took half a bottle a while ago of the liver product. So the next couple days, the rest of that week, you're going to take 2 full droppers of the liver product to continue your flush. And take this until you finish the bottle. And guys, like I said, that Sunday you may not feel so good, but that Monday, most of you are going to feel like $1,000,000 because when you flush the liver and gallbladder system, guys, all of a sudden you have all this energy. And don't go drink a bunch of caffeine right after this. Don't go do coffee and teas. Go without caffeine if you've been drinking lots of caffeine. And you'll notice you have energy again like you used to have. Now, if you don't have energy a couple of days after doing this, that means your liver is really in a bad place. You probably have a fatty liver and a really sluggish system. So with that sluggish liver and gallbladder system, it may take you 2 or 3 flushes before you start to feel really good again. And believe me, every 2 weeks, do one until you do feel like $1,000,000. People with have more serious conditions, it takes them up to 6. Count them up. 6 liver and gallbladder flushes before they actually start to feel themselves again. So remember, there is no limit on how many you can do or how often you can do these. Some people do them every week when they feel really horrible. So every 2 weeks until you reach 6, and then every year, do 5 or 6 every year to maintain liver and gallbladder flushes. So guys, your liver product, your Oxy, these are your main guys that you're going to be using to help flush that system. Your herbal products for 4 days, your liver product, your disodium phosphate, all right? And life is going to be much better. Any questions? Please send them to me, guys. KeyEssentials.com is where you order the liver and gallbladder cleanse. Look down below. I'll put the link in there for you. And I'm Dr. Patrick Price, the Body Detective. And please sign on to my YouTube channel, guys, and get more fun videos and interviews coming from me and all these unique guests I have. And I'm here, guys. Any questions you have, any videos you'd like for us to make, please send that our way, and I will make one just for you. Over now, guys. Take care.